Hello, everyone, and my family. How are you guys? Locked in, locked down, but ready to unlock your true potentials. Nice to see you that you are now following the good things rather than just entertainment. So, let me, without any further delay, let me introduce you to the guest of honor for us today. And I have got Anuja Bashir. Hi, Anuja. Welcome to the show.
Hi, hello,
Yeah, we can hear you.
hello, Amal.
Right,
Yeah,
right. So just to introduce Anuja, Anuja is basically from Cochin in India, the spice capital as
yeah,
well. But not only that, she
yeah,
is a fantastic urban multi-potential mom. And this is what she does is she is not only running a corporate which is into a lot of things, starting from marketing, branding, training, HR, interior, and the list just continues. And I was asking her, how do you find some time? And she was just smiling. She says, if you have a will, you can do anything. Now, guys, just put your hands together because she's not just an urban mom with so much of corporate talent and running a leadership business and all those things, but she's doing fantastic, fantabulously, I'll say, I'm like getting out of words. She's doing a fantastic job for helping society as well with her foundation called as Nirvana, right?
yes.
And not only that, she is also looking into the other side where she calls nicely called as the Eve power. So ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together and let's welcome Anuja Bashir. Hi Anuja. So let's start with this.
Hi, Amal.
How did it all start? You said like 5 years you had been doing all these things. What was that one day you said, okay, enough is enough. I mean, let me just start off all these things.
First of all, I believe that entrepreneurs are, uh, they're not actually made or like people say, no, trained. It's not like that. Uh, Entrepreneurship is not everybody's cup of tea. It comes to you. It's actually a journey where the entrepreneurship chooses you. This is my version of entrepreneurship. I believe that it's not that it comes to everybody. You start a business. See, business and entrepreneurship, I put it in two different plates. So, according to me, entrepreneurship chose me actually. I am a civil engineer, a technical person, an engineer who was into hardcore technical stuff. And I was based in Dubai with my family, husband, kids, and stuff. I have I never had an idea of running a system or anything. Not even in my wildest dreams. I had a notion that I'll be doing something like this. So this happened. Like I said, it was a journey. The journey took me. So I was in industry for now. It's about kind of like 16 to 18 years I've been in the industry. So, but it took me in 2013, like you said, it all started there. So one of my friends, she actually was asking her help regarding HR outsourcing and the training stuff, because she believes that I am a positive person who can actually motivate people and I can hold the crowd. So she just told me the person who was in charge of that, she was not present that day. So she just, as a friend, a friend asked for help. I said, no worries, I can come. I have a good bunch of friends all across the world. So I was like all the way ready to help her. I just went to the class, and then I was just training these people. So it was around kind of like 1,500 people. So initially, when I just looked at them, I was like, oh my god, I cannot. Then it was like I was very good at extempore speeches and stuffs in schools and all. My dad is that a person who's responsible for all my creative stuff, because uh, every time he used to encourage these kind of stuffs. So when I saw that thing, I still remember. He used to tell me about this Abraham Lincoln stuff, that Gettysburg speech. So somebody asked that why that speech was so flawless and stuff. So he gave an answer. There was a phenomenon behind it, where it's a kind of psychology where you should believe that the people who are sitting in front of you are people who to borrowed money from. So they've come to you to just ask for an extension. So who's at the top? The people. Obviously, we are at the top more than them on the bench on that platform. So naturally, we won't be having that fear for us, because we know that these people are debtor to us. They need to pay us money. So that syndrome actually works. This was something which was told by my father to me at the time of delivering speeches. So I applied this stuff when this entire scenario was taking place, and I did somewhat good. So this female told me, this lady told me, this friend of mine, she told me, girl, you did awesome. So I was like, haha, good, I liked it. And then I by the time I was getting a bit bored with my usual routines, just like, I was a professor in college. So from industry, got back into academia, and academia is kind of like, see, academia is good, but I felt that I am more to it. So it's like, only because of I need to look after my kids, the timing and stuff, I joined. And since I had an MTech degree, I joined this academia. So that time I really missed, but I was doing a lot of other works in spite of this, without any cost or anything. So that time she told me, why don't you make this idea? Because she's, according to her, I'm a conceptualizer. I create concepts. I have a lot of ideas. So she asked me, why don't we start with, something like this? So initially I was not interested, because my family is not like most of the entrepreneurs face. My family was not that good with the entrepreneurship stuff. According to them, I'm pretty much earning, timings, everything. They know that entrepreneurship stuff, it's like, you have to dedicate your entire time, and a lot of stuff. So they are like, no, 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 no way. But somehow I thought, I'll give a try. So I just got in, and then, yeah,
Nice.
eventually it was a kind of failure. Yeah, and my father was one of the bureaucrats out here. So he was totally against it. I don't know this recording. I know it will be there. It will be there. But still, I just want this message to pass across all entrepreneurs, that an entrepreneur is actually a kind of a ball of fire. You actually go through that. You have to face, you have to go through everything. And then from that, if you rise up, yeah, the entrepreneur, we can call yourself, because an entrepreneur takes up challenges. So that's how I was a bit rebel in that part. I really took it, and I failed. It's not once, twice, thrice. Yeah. After the third time, I started getting realization of a lot of stuff. My family, called the entrepreneurship family, actually increased. Literally, I had a lot of mentors, friends, um, people who supported. At times they give. See, it's not about money. It's actually about motivating us. It is actually giving us information. I believe that, see, you can't go through every books knowledge. You can't find it in any Google. You can have some knowledge, but it's all about experience. So you don't need to go through every experience to know it. That experience, if shared, that's a very big knowledge, very vast arena, where, even if you jump into it for years, you won't get it, because that particular person has gained that knowledge through years. So that is where my mentors helped me, my friends helped me. And see, I told I'm more a creative person, so I was so interested to know more about. I used to spend my time, like you said, it was very hard. It was very hard, very hard. But I sat late nights. I started reading stuffs in which I was interested. I went through brochures of company. I went through websites. I went through where I failed, why I was creative, still things didn't work. My financial strategies were very bad. I was more creative, so I understood that between a professional and an entrepreneur, there's a huge difference. A professional it is not, being a professional doesn't mean that you're an entrepreneur. So like that was the journey started. Yeah. And by God's grace, alhamdulillah, I am actually stabilized. And now everybody understand, even my family, many of my friends, everybody's kind of like understood that, okay, fine, this woman is not going to give up. Anyway, she has started it, and she till the end, she'll until unless, because it
Nice.
has become my passion actually.
Right.
That's what
So I think this is the next version of the ball of fire. I can see that that omnipotential urban mom. Talking about concepts to corporates to coaching to, I don't know, the next level would be what is about the conquering. And this is the place where I would like to probably take your focus on the other side, where I say
okay.
you are able to manage your family, because most of the time being an urban mom, managing your family, managing many families under this one family is another challenge. So at this point of
Very
time,
big challenge indeed.
when every part of that world is really slogging to meet their both the ends meet, how do you think this is something that is actually getting to the next level? How do you think that this one family supporting multiple family is
So
right now doing?
that was a question that has been asked to a mom, a wife, a daughter. I think that was a question which every entrepreneur woman has to go through. I think that was a straight question you asked me, so that I could give all the urban moms, all the women across the world
Sure,
who
definitely.
inspire entrepreneurs. Yeah. So the answer is, trust me, it was impossible. Impossible. I had really had my cup of teas. I had very bad phases. I really had times when I shattered. I got, I literally broke to, I don't know. I can't even tell you in words. But I believed in one thing. I always, by character or by personality, I have a trait where I never give up. I never give up. No matter what, I never give up. And I think that's a trait, that's a one of a powerful trait of a Eve too, like you said, the Eve power. So I believe that, I took that challenge, and challenges actually inspire me much, because I believe that if I have this passion, why can't I do it? Why can't I do it? Why is that I can't female? Does it sabotage me? So there came in something called strategy. So I started devising strategies. How can I do this? How can I take the responsibilities? How do I do the responsibilities of um, every role? Being a woman in every role, how do I take this up? So initially, it was very hard to manage it. Kind of like, if I like, it's like a jigsaw ball kind of thing. No,
Yeah.
the clown actually plays with the ball, right? So it was like I lose at least 2 or 3 balls. Maybe I'll get one, or sometimes I lose all the balls. So this has happened to me. I think that's human. So I understood that I should be more careful. I should train myself more, because as it is said, practice make people perfect. So I started practicing. I started getting 1 ball, 2 ball, 3 ball, and eventually I started managing at least the majority of the balls. So with that, I found time. I started balancing things up. What I do is that sometimes when I get myself free, I do the rest of the stuff for the coming days, be it for family or be it for the for the business time. So that when the family time comes, I make sure that I don't need to struggle with the business thing, because I make my work. I do work upfront. I manage it. I make documents. I do everything for 2 months, 1 month or a 2 month where the kids are vacation or we are going for a travel or something like that. I do things earlier. I manage my staff earlier, and then trust me, dude, it's kind of like it takes a lot of hard work, a lot of patience, and um, you don't get time to rest. Really, I don't get time to rest. I
So
don't know.
I think let us take a kind of a different direction here. You told about all this planning. You told about all this never-ending, the never-tiring attitude and all these things. And now I'm curious, where on earth you find that energy from morning when you open up your first
That's a
thing that you
question.
see?
That's a question I get from my friends, from lot of people I come across. I really think that fire comes from my passion to rise up. Trust me, that's the only word I can say. That's passion.
Yeah,
See, somebody says, no, if the passion kills you, then you have to kill it back, whatever it is. So that's
okay,
passion. So
okay,
what I thought was that actually it's driving me. At times, as a human, I get tired, I get fatigued, I really feel like, oh, I can't take it up, I'm like dying. But then after 5 minutes, I bounce back. That bouncing back is the technique. So I bounce back. I understand that if I didn't do, who else is going to do? I have to do it. And the most important part is that what is the what will be the after Math, if I leave it at this point of time, what will be the hard works, all the hard work I've done? What will be the answer I would be giving to the rest of the people? All of the hard work, all in vain, all in vain. It's so each time it goes weird, it goes hard. You know what I do is that 3 days thing. All is well, all is well. So what I tell myself is that a little more, a little more. And, it'll just end. It's just a phase. It'll end soon. And I keep myself motivating. And I know it's difficult. I know there's a long journey. But that momentary stuff, no, that gives a soothing thing out here, and it goes on. I don't know. Maybe it's that willpower, or maybe that passion. It gives the energy to.
Right. So I think we are trying to keep this particular recording very short and sweet as well. So probably if I need to conclude this, I will ask one more question, and probably we can conclude this. Like there are a lot of people who are stuck in at home. They think till the time when this lockdown opens up, we'll do some XYZ. But when you rightly said, unless and until you have a passion inside, you cannot move forward, right? But there are a lot of people, either they have found the passion or they are still struggling for the passion. And these are the families, somebody like, your family as well, whom, as I said, like, entrepreneurs are those people who are not only supporting their family, but supporting many families under this one family. And these are the families where they are also in between, somewhere trying to balance, somewhere trying to practice, somewhere trying to be the self-responsible urban supermom. What would be your one advice to those people who are right now listening to you and taking that inspiration from you?
That was a very difficult question, and you're asking me to give an answer, a lifetime answer in maybe 3 or 4 sentences. Good. Okay. Anyways, so the thing is that, see, you will have to fight all the odds. It is not an easy task. See, being entrepreneur is, that's why I said initially also, being entrepreneur is not everybody's cup of tea. When I started my company, I started with HR. Then I went to training. Then I understood that I connect. There I started marketing. So eventually initially I started with one. Then eventually I developed my corp wing, where I have IT. I have all the corporate services. Then I went into my creative side, starting interior. So it didn't start all of a sudden. It started phase by phase. Initially when I was starting this also parallelly, this family side is also getting affected. You have to get, like Hindi mein bolte na, tane bhi sunne pad, everything you have to go through. Don't think that this won't be there. That if anybody says that this is not a bed of roses, you have to clean it. There might be thorns. You have to take the rose, eliminating the thorns. So you have to take the pain. You have the urge. And besides that, you should believe in yourself. You should believe in God. The God is within you. And I'm a cosmic person. I believe that anything that comes as the destiny is already written. Only thing is that you need to evoke it. You should, like you said, you should believe in yourself. You should evoke it. You should realize what you want. What is the purpose of your life? You came to the world and you will just go. Not that. I believe that I need to create a system where tomorrow I die, tomorrow I go from this world. People know me as, a lady lived here. Okay, she created this system. Right. Tomorrow my kids are proud of it. My family is proud of it. Everybody is proud. My friends are proud of it. So I believe that to create a system, to be unique, to represent my identity, my individuality, I started what is called entrepreneurship. So
amazing. I think it is calling us for a round of applause as well. And Anuja, trust me, we need such kind of super moms in every home in India. And I strongly see where we Indians had been looked upon as the people we are called as the snake charmers, the land of snake charmers, the land of just the spice sellers. And now we have the spices already with us. And this is not the other side, but this is within us, within our family, within our home. All to the, calling to all the, I say the super powers, at home, to take up this challenge as another new challenge, and where you can now just deviate or divert or progress on this journey called as entrepreneurship. We need more of you. We need more of you so that you can empower and employ more. And when you employ and empower more, you give them a purpose to live, you give them a direction to live, and you also give them that right support to take care of not only themselves, but their family. So I think this was an amazing piece of an advice. Every word that has came out. Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, it's a privilege, it's an honor that you guys call me for this. And if my words, if my message that motivates somebody, that would be the reward for this session, which I would get, because I believe that words can do magic. So I believe that out there, many people who might not have realized what they are, they'll think about it. At least they'll think about it, and then,
Absolutely.
like you
So
said,
that is, I
let
think,
more
the
and
power.
more entrepreneurs come across.
So you know what, before we end this session, let us put it this way. So this is the 4 or 5 things that I always believe entrepreneurs are always doing continuously. 1, finding the problem. Number 2, finding the intensity of the problem. Number 3, finding those people or those devices or technologies or talent who can solve these particular problems. Or at the end, they have nothing, but they put their entire self, immerse themselves to finding this solution and delivering it. But it all starts with a positive thinking. It all starts with that zeal, that inner influence. And that is what I'm trying to do. Is with this message, I'm trying to say, just rekindle that passion inside you. You have all the time. You are locked in. That doesn't mean that you cannot unlock your true potentials. So stay tuned with us. There will be a lot of other stuff which is going to come in the course. There are a lot of beautiful informations and words of wisdom going to be in front of you presented. And this is one thing that I will tell you is, if you have seen so far, you have liked it so far, do save it or share it, because once you share this, this is one thing which is going to change somebody's life. Rather than sharing any entertainment and jokes, I think this is what is needed, is empowering somebody in your own home. Just show it to your better half, your mom, probably your niece, or somebody who is on the superlative side of the family, whom you have underestimated. This is the right example for us. So Anuja, thank you so much for being with me, being with the show, being with the family. And we need more entrepreneurs, more super moms like you, so that we can once again bring India to the golden bird stage. Thank you so much for being here.
Let's hope so. Thank you so much.
Thank you.